My name's Holly and I'm a travel specialist at Experience Travel Group. In this short film, I'm going to give you a guide to one of my favourite countries in Asia, Myanmar. But this isn't just any guide. We've been creating unique holidays and travelling into the country for years. And so I'm going to share with you some of our best knowledge so that you can make sure that you can make the most out of your time whilst here. And so I'll break planning a trip down into 5 simple steps. Step 1, decide on when you're going to go. There is a tropical climate in Myanmar all year round. However, as with any tropical country, that also means there is a wet season. This typically runs from May through to October. However, climate still largely varies depending on where you are in the country. For example, the highlands and the mountains can experience much cooler temperatures compared to the lower lands. During the wet season, places such as Yangon can experience quite heavy showers. However, this won't really affect your sightseeing as long as you're prepared. Places such as Bagan and Mandalay experience quite dry, hot temperature pretty much all year round, whereas Inle Lake, for example, might experience the odd short, sharp shower. The rainy season can also affect the river levels. So boat journeys on the Irrawaddy River are best just after the wet season, when the river levels are higher and the scenery lush and green. However, don't let the rainy season put you off coming to Myanmar during this time, as it's still a great period to travel. Although the thunderstorms can come in quite quick and heavily, they'll pass quickly, leaving beautiful weather in its path. It also means the landscape is really lush and green, accommodation prices are lower, and there are less tourists around. Step 2. Decide on what you want to experience. There are some must-see iconic sites in Myanmar that you won't want to miss out on. For example, the magical temples of Bagan, the stunning Shawadagam Pagoda, the mystical Irrawaddy River, and the beautiful Lake Inle. But there's so much more to the country to discover. Step 3, pacing your trip. Myanmar is a surprisingly large country, and it can be difficult to fit all that you want to do into one trip. My advice is to slow the pace down and get advice from experts so that you can really make the most of your time whilst here in the country. Step 4, choosing where to stay. A holiday is not a holiday without time to relax. And after a hard day sightseeing, you'll want to make sure you've got somewhere comfortable to come back and chill. The country has some beautiful boutique properties. Get advice on the best places for those with idyllic swimming pools, beautiful architecture, and even some interesting history. Step 5, getting around. Travelling around Myanmar is pretty straightforward. There are no direct flights, so it's best to fly via either Bangkok or Singapore. Lots of destinations within the country are also quite rural, so it's best to use internal flights, which are usually very scenic. There are also some fabulous alternative train journeys and luxury river cruises, so do consider these also. That brings us to the end of this short guide, and I do hope you feel inspired to visit Myanmar. However, if you'd like any further information, then please feel free to get in touch with either myself or one of my colleagues in our UK-based office, or take a look at our website for even more information on how best to experience Myanmar.